from Los Angeles, this is the Echelon Radio Network.
Hi, it's Jerry Hemsworth, and this is the Echelon Radio Podcast. And today I'm sitting here with Michael Bloom. How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Jerry.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. So you are with the agency here in Calabasas, Hidden Hills area, and that is real estate. Tell us about that.
So it's really great. The agency is a great company, and at the head is Mauricio Umansky, big realtor in the Beverly Hills area. But we specialize in the luxury market and have really made our presence known in the Valley. And we have a show on Netflix, Buying Beverly Hills, which is great. And we have our second season that's coming up in the fall.
Oh, my goodness. That's so cool. I was on your website yesterday, and I noticed the listings. You do have a lot of listings in Hidden Hills as well as Calabasas. And then I saw one down in Marina del Rey or Playa del Rey or Venice. That was it, Venice.
Yes,
and
great.
I thought, wow, that looked like a really, really smoking hot house.
Very, very, very hot. And it's actually with people in the music movie industry. They're quite creative, and so it's kind of a one in a million type of home.
Do you
it's right on the canals?
I saw that, the canal, and it was so picturesque. I thought, I want that house if I could only afford it. Do a lot of your clients tend to be in the entertainment industry, or what type of clients do you have?
So that's a segment. Mainly, I have a nice sphere of influence. I grew up in Hidden Hills, went to Calabasas High School, and so I'm kind of a native to that area.
Sure. Local boy.
Yeah, and just over years and years, have made a lot of contacts, and through that sphere is usually my lion's share of my business.
And how long have you been doing real estate?
So I have been doing real estate since 1994.
Okay.
We did have a drug and alcohol treatment center, Pasadena Recovery Center, for about 18 years. And then I got back into real estate and when we sold the business in 2018. So it's been a long career.
And we were talking a little bit earlier that your dad was a psychiatrist, and he was involved in the rehab in Pasadena as well?
Yes. So it was his brainchild, and luckily my sister and I came aboard, and we were fortunate enough to work with him for 8 years before he passed away.
Okay. So a huge, well, I wouldn't say huge, but definitely working with family experience. Did you always get along? How was it for you and your sister and your dad?
It was
the dynamic.
Yeah, it's a rocky road.
Yes.
We love each other.
Sure, of course.
But I don't think we would do it again.
Yes.
It was really intense. To separate work and play.
Right.
But we helped a lot of people. Yeah. I know along the way we helped north of 5,000 people.
Oh, wow.
And so we really we're proud of the work that we did there.
Yeah. And you said that was started, when was that?
So we took our first patient in 2001. Happened to be Martin Luther King Day, so we had a really neat anniversary day. And we grew that from one patient to being on a show with Dr. Drew, Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. So,
Celebrity Rehab. That was a great show.
It was. I think we showed the world an inside look into addiction and seeing celebrities and seeing what they go through and could mirror the rest of the world. And you really get a glimpse into the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I've been watching the limited series on I think it's Netflix.
Correct.
Painkiller.
Painkillers, yes.
And
it really is like that, and Purdue Pharma and all that. I think it's great that they show the public all that happened with that pharmaceutical company and what it entails.
Yeah, very, very eye-opening. And my heart was breaking and not knowing exactly how this all came about. I'm very removed from that world. And when I was watching it, I started to cry because so many people affected.
Right, and the one story is that the person falls and has an accident, and from that you see the spiraling of his life,
It's huge.
ultimately into a full-blown addict.
Yeah, and how it affects his family and everything else. Terrible. So, switching gears a little bit, you mentioned you lived in Japan?
I lived in Japan, yes.
And you did some radio?
Yeah, I did. I was studied abroad in Japan. I went to Kansei Gakuin Daigaku, which is a university right outside of Osaka, and I lived in Kobe. I went out for Osaka FM and did a little bit there, and I was a disc jockey at UOP, at KUOP. So this is fun to do this.
I was going to say, back to you some roots there. Are you fluent in Japanese?
I am.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Where did you learn that?
So I went in college, and then I went to the Monterey Institute of International Studies up in Monterey. It's a language institute, and really learned Japanese, and then living there for a year and speaking and
True immersion.
Immersion. Yeah,
Are there any other languages you
and Spanish.
Wow. But Japanese is not common.
No, it's not. It was not. But I did have the friends that I made, the international students. We all spoke Japanese, and had a lot of fun with it.
Oh my gosh. Had you always wanted to learn Japanese, or was
it's interesting.
The nugget there?
Yeah, we lived. My family and I. My dad was in the. He was in the Air Force. We lived on Hickam Air Force Base in Honolulu for 3 years. And back then, there is a lot of Japanese influence in Hawaii.
Yes.
And so I think as a kid, I was very interested in Japanese cartoons and all of that. And so that probably had something to do with it.
Sure, that would make sense. And you probably had a lot of friends that were Japanese and had that opportunity to be so exposed to it.
Yeah. And one of my mom's good friends, Yoshi, she lived in Santa Monica, but she's in Tokyo, and I still stay in touch with her and have a lot of fun going to sushi bars and here.
Okay, so sushi here versus Japan.
Japan.
Yeah. Is it just no comparison?
Well, there's no comparison. There's no rolls like it is here.
Yeah.
But the Japanese have a certain way of doing sushi.
So you're saying no California rolls in Japan?
No California rolls in Japan, yes.
I know. I'm always a little skeptical of going to a sushi bar and when the chefs aren't Japanese. And not necessarily that they have to be Japanese, but I feel a little more in the moment when they are Japanese and perhaps a little more authentic. But
yeah, I mean, their presentation is, I think there's nothing like the Japanese as far as presentation.
Right. Oh, gosh, that's so cool. So, Michael, when you're not working, what do you do?
I play golf, play tennis, had a really, I know Scottie Pippen, so I had a round with him 2 weeks ago, the two of us.
And who won?
He's competitive. So, but so am I. So, we'll see where it'll be the next time, definitely.
So golf, tennis, and when you were a kid, did you see yourself playing tennis and golf, or what?
Yeah. So I started playing tennis probably about 10 years old, and then I competed through high school, we won CIF
At Calabasas.
At Calabasas,
Yeah.
we had a great
It
team.
was a great engine over there.
Yeah, and so I was in the USTA tournaments, and
Nice.
so tennis was my racket.
I see what you did there. Our daughter was a tennis player at El Camino.
Oh, okay.
And so she started playing tennis, oh gosh, I think when she was about 8. And she enjoyed it, but she didn't have the competitive spirit. And the tennis program at El Camino it was okay. It wasn't a powerhouse, but they did make it to CIF finals. And she was a doubles player, and she made it to finals.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty cool.
El Camino had a great team, too. Some of my friends played on the El Camino team, so there was a lot of talent in our area.
Yeah, there is a lot of talent in not only sports, but artistically, and it's really kind of cool. So if you weren't here in Calabasas area, if you didn't live here, where else would you want to live?
Well, it's interesting. We have a place, a timeshare down in Cabo, my wife and I, and we really love it down there. So and my daughter's going to be starting UCLA.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then my son is a senior in high school. So we,
At Calabasas?
At Calabasas.
Of course.
Of course. So we've actually, thought of spending a little more time down there.
Yeah. Do the kids like going down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
And they're friends. And
oh, I bet.
so it's been, yeah.
So UCLA, your daughter, what is her intended major?
She's going to do similar to what I did, kind of global studies.
Yeah.
And, I think she wants to go to law school afterward. But I want her to have a good time, too. It was really hard to get in.
Yes. It's crazy. Our daughter graduated a year ago from Berkeley. And 5 years ago, when they were graduating high school, only one of their friends really from El Camino actually got into UCLA. The competition was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. And Libby had gotten into UC Santa Cruz. But a lot of her friends didn't get into a lot of the places they had applied to, the UCs. And the privates were easy to get into, but they all really wanted UCLA.
Yeah. We were very proud of Carly.
Yeah.
I think there were 146,000 applications
Isn't
last
that
year.
insane?
So it was insane.
Absolutely insane.
So, we have told her that we want her to relax a little bit.
Good. Good.
She was so intense through high school and all that. So, hopefully that'll happen.
And your son, where does he want to
So
go?
he is also, he's on his own track, and he wants to go to Miami.
Really?
So, that's where he wants to go, and so we want to support him.
Well, want to study anything in particular, or what's drawing him to Miami?
It's sun.
He's a kid. That's what it is. Yeah. Oh, bless his heart. That's super cool. So switching back to real estate, what are the trends that you're seeing right now, especially in this area? I know it's been a crazy wild ride, but
It has been a very crazy wild ride. The pandemic, I remember when the pandemic started, and I thought, oh my God, what does this mean for real estate?
Right.
No one could have imagined that people wanted more space. We're going to be able to have Zoom as a part of their vocabulary and basically do remote work. That caused, and then of course, having interest rates at almost, at 3% or lower. So it was almost very easy to borrow money.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you had the credit, of course.
Yes.
But we had that phenomenon of crazy growth and crazy offers, and I mean, 11 and 12 offers on a home, and it was really unprecedented. So I lived through that, and did very well in my business in the 2020 and 2021. As soon as the interest rates started to change, people started to think, and it was a different market, and it has really turned into a different market in the last year or so since the Fed has done unprecedented raises. And even in the luxury market, people have secured great interest rates that they had on their homes, and there's something like the golden handcuffs, which keeps you in a home, which I don't blame them. They have an ideal interest rate, and they're not willing to give that up.
Right.
And so you have that, coupled with which causes a shortage of inventory, and building it's happening, but it's not happening at the most incredible pace. There's been a shortage in the supply chain and other factors. So you have a perfect storm here, which has caused the market to be where it's at. Those that are the between 1 million and 3 million in our area, homes trade, especially when they've got to be priced right.
Yeah.
Above 3 million, things are staying on the market longer.
Yeah. I had heard it's all about that price. You could drop it $30K, $50K, $100K, and suddenly it moves. It's like, are you seeing subtle when you make subtle changes, or the client makes subtle changes, that things tend to move, or is it still
it's all in the devil's in the details.
Gotcha.
And the best strategy is to do that off the bat. And it's hard for I understand people that have owned their homes and want to get the most money from their home as their largest asset.
Sure.
So it's the sellers guide me. I don't guide them as far as price, but I do talk to them about, hey, if we did this, we would capture a group of buyers. And so that's important. And, it's still a challenge.
Do you tend to find yourself on the buyer side or the seller side more often, or what percentage is which for you?
It really just depends. Like I said, I have a sphere of influence of people, so that's usually, it has been sellers more recently, but buyers come up as well. So being on both sides helps me.
Now, I know there's a common friend of ours that lives in Hidden Hills, and he has moved around inside Hidden Hills. Do you find that there are a fair number of people that buy and sell and stay within that one community a fair amount, or are they not?
Yeah,
not
there's been people do tend to stay in Hidden Hills, usually in the same house, so that's kind of an anomaly. Yeah. But people like the area, and they like the horse community, and they like what Hidden Hills offers.
Yeah. And I can imagine when something comes up for sale in that community, all eyes are on it. And just
people tend to know more details than I do.
You call up your neighbors and go, "What do you know?"
Absolutely. And they do know a lot.
How do you know this?
How do they know it? They know it. They can tell me which one is in this particular fire zone or flood zone. And they really know a lot.
Right.
And so, I do tend to pick their brains.
It's again, resources. It's who you know.
Right.
Michael, thank you so much for sitting with me today.
Yeah.
We'll talk soon.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Take care.
Okay.
Presented by Echelon Business Development. More than just networking. Way more.